Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is another episode of the BeBall Jones podcast, man. It's a beautiful and wonderful day, beautiful and wonderful episode, man. With my guy, Defensive Player of the Year, Nelson Hanson. What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? How you been?
It's beautiful, man. It's just lovely, just lovely, man. Just I can't complain at all, brother. I tell
I
you,
bet you can't.
it's been beautiful today, man. Man. Life is good, man. That's all I can say.
Hey, it must be good to be a Celtics fan.
Yeah, man. We're back in the finals, man. First time since I think 2010 or 09, something like
12
that.
years.
Yeah, it's a long gap, brother. So it feels good to finally feel like we up there, man. We had a run for a while. We were a good playoff team, but never really just good enough. We were actually the worst spot to be in the league. We were too good to be bad, but too bad to be great. So we just like stuck in that middle of the road for so long, bro. We had like 2 years. We had the conference final stuff, which is cool, but we weren't really a championship team. So it's kind of like, oh, that's cute, you know. So, but this year we were looking like, you know, some real challenges out there, man. Like a real threat. So feeling good, man. We back in the finals.
Yeah, man. Y'all should, man. Y'all deserve it. Y'all team was built well, and they kept the core together. And a lot of people had some speculation about how they handle some of certain things and who they should keep, who should they move. But it all worked out in the end. I mean, like I said, y'all haven't actually won a ring yet, but it paid dividends is what I guess I'll say. Like, everything definitely did work out for y'all.
Yeah, I still feel like we can make a couple moves. We should have made a couple moves, but can't complain too much, bro. We in the finals, so I can't really be one of them people. But I always see room for improvement, man. But yeah, man, going against the Warriors, which is no small feat at all. Them boys got some nuclear bombs on the other end that we have to look out for, man. But go ahead again. We're gonna preview the finals right now, man. So what you thinking, man? How you feel like the series gonna go, man? What's your takes on it so far, man? How do you feel like this series gonna play out?
I think it's gonna be a tough one. Uh, I think I think the Warriors. Obviously, we know the explosive offense, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Jordan, the newest Splash brother, Jordan Poole has.
Yeah,
You know,
Splash cousin,
they,
Splash brother.
man, Poole Party, as I like to call him.
He got a dope
But
name, bro. That ties into everything so well.
man, Poole Party and the Splash Brothers. But
Yeah.
their offense is very explosive. They can score in bunches. When the threes get to going, it's like it's crazy. It's hard to stop. It's really impossible to stop when they get going. And then on the other end, you got the Celtics, who have two great scoring talents in Tatum and Brown, and then but those are also two good two-way players, along with Marcus Smart, the Defensive Player of the Year, great defender, and Al Horford, and guys like that. Their defense is what they hang their hat on. I believe they hang their hat on defense and having two of the better two-way players in the league. And so I think it's gonna be a dog fight, but I believe the series definitely goes to 6 or 7 easily. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think this will be no quick series. I think this one is going to definitely go 6 or 7. So what you think about the matchups?
Um, like my natural basketball take would say 6 or 7, but honestly, bro, the way this final, not final, but the playoffs been going, part of me just want to just like watch and just don't have a take on it. Like taking the Celtics fan off. Like I honestly don't even know because the first series we had the Nets, we were like, oh, this is going 7. We already know, sweet. Like, and you saw the Suns struggle to get the past the match. Oh, that's a nice little matchup for them, but they gonna win it. They end up losing. So this one of them years where the only thing that's been predictable is the unpredictable. But if we go by protocol, what we all expect, this should be 6 or 7. Of course, I'm picking the C's, just obviously, but I'm expecting a really good matchup, and it's it's a it's a it's a matchup game that we have to play because, of course, the Warriors' dynamic offense against our dynamic switching defense. We had the number one defense in the regular season, so that's going to be a dope thing to look out for. That's probably the main thing that you have to look out for is their offense versus our defense. It's the main thing that like everybody should point to that to determine the series.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing that shouldn't be overlooked is the Warriors have good defense too. I don't want to make it seem like they don't, but the Warriors just don't have the size that the Celtics have. Like, Draymond Green, we all know what a defensive presence he can be. And then, they have Looney, who's, good at protecting the rim a little. That's kind of his thing. But after them two, it's like, it's very small, let's say that. And so, but on the Celtics side of things, they got Al Horford, they got Robert Williams, they got
Tyson,
Grant Williams. Yeah, they got Tyson, another big body. Grant Williams, a big body. Like, they have like big bigs, like not even big like they're 7-footers. They're big body. They have size. They're strong.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's something we need to look at too, because that's gonna help them win on the boards and things like that. Like Kevin Looney had 22 rebounds against the Mavericks in Game 4, I want to say. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen against them. Like, the Mavericks are small too, and it's like I've been telling a lot of people recently, like the two teams that was in the Eastern Conference Finals, both they had on defense and size and playing hard-nosed basketball. Celtics had great defense and great size. Heat had great defense and great size. The Warriors and Mavericks are more perimeter oriented. They're not big in the paint at all, but they have high volume scoring, and so it makes up for their defense a lot of times. But now we're finna see those two sides really like collide. Like, okay, the hard-nosed defensive team versus the freelance high-scoring offense, and who's gonna win. And I told my homeboys the other day, I told the guys on the team, I said, y'all know me, man. I'm a defensive guy, so I think I'm gonna roll with the Celtics with this one too, the same way you said. Not even, just like I said, I'm completely unbiased, but I still firmly believe that defense will win you championships when it comes to these series and things like that. Like, the Warriors, they hoop. Now, I'm not saying they don't play any defense, because they still play great defense, but that they'll be small compared to the Celtics a lot too. And so it'll really come down to, can the Celtics be bigger than them and guard them? And that'll be the main thing, because a lot of times the Warriors will go small and cause matchup problems for the other team. So the Celtics can usually go big and cause matchup problems for the other team. So it's about which side can convert the most, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, the thing that gave me so much confidence about us is not even the fact that that we have a great defense, but the fact of what makes our defense so great. And it's because of the fact that, like you said, we have the size and we're physical and everything. We can literally switch big or switch small. Like,
true,
Grant Williams can switch down and guard a guard for a minute, or Robin Williams can stay. He can do a decent job on the guard. Or Al Horford can go and we feel comfortable with that. So we switch on pick and roll. Cool, stay there. We good. We'll help out if we need it. But I feel very confident about us being able to switch guards. Same thing with the Heat. The Heat had a great lineup where they can switch whatever, and they can go big. They can't go as big as us, but they would go big and be physical to match it with the Warriors. So it was in my opinion that whoever came out the East was going to win the series just because of that alone. And as long as you can contain the Warriors, you ain't going to stop them, but contain them, make it difficult for them, whoever came out the East will going to be able to do that. And the Heat probably would have been not as good as a matchup, because I don't think they can score at the Warriors level and match that. Like, if the Warriors went stupid and went Warriors level, I don't think the Heat had enough to combat that. So the Warriors scoring 115, can the Heat score 115 or 116 to win the game? I don't know about getting 4 games like that. So it'll really come down to limiting the Warriors to 99 points and them being able to squeeze out 102. And I don't think that he had enough firepower to combat that and the defense to like stop that. So I think we can win a shootout closer than the Heat can. So that's kind of what I'm banking on, man. If it comes down to it, our defense will travel too. I'm not worried about the defense. My biggest concern really is our offense, you know. So we're not gonna stop the Warriors. Nobody gonna stop the Warriors except Steve Kerr. So it's limiting the Warriors' offense and figuring out how to manipulate the matchups that you have. But I feel confident about us winning, man. I really feel like we got a strong chance to win because we got the great defense and our offense can match what they're gonna put out too.
That's facts. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna enjoy watching it. I enjoy coaching battles too. I want to see what adjustments both sides gonna make because, like we said, I feel like they're very opposite. It's like you got the small guards who can, get you buckets and scoring volumes and shoot the ball very well, all that. And then on the other side, you got big wings and big bigs who score the ball and like to get, make move. Jason Tatum and Jalen like shoot, but they're really more. I feel like their game is more suited getting to the mid range or getting all the way down here, finishing on people because they're stronger.
Yeah.
And so, question I have for you is, if you're coaching the Celtics, what are your 5 matchups? Like, who is guarding who out of the Celtics starting lineup? So you got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Horford, and who starts at the 4? With Grant Williams
It's switched between Grant Williams and Robert Williams.
Yeah, facts. So let's say Grant Williams start, or you could decide, I guess. If you Undoka and you got your regular starters, who is matching up with who out of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond, and Looney?
If we're looking at defense, that's tough. I would put Smart on Steph. I would tag team between JT and JB guarding Klay. Because we got to preserve their offense a little bit too. So I'd like tag team them out. Whoever's not guarding them, you guarding Wiggins. So I just kind of had that going. Grant Williams probably on Draymond. No, I switched that. I have Al Horford guarding Draymond and Grant guarding Looney. Yeah. Just because Draymond's gonna be more of a point, and he'll do more of his damage from high post and everything. And so when we switch those matchups, I will have him there to kind of hedge and bet whatever. So let's say he's doing a DHO with Steph. Smart and Horford going to communicate through that and figure out what to do. If we switch that, okay, cool. Horford knows how to do his job to where he's not going to be doing anything stupid. So he's going to do his job, contain, contest if we need to. And if we drop down, we can rotate good enough. So that'll probably be the matches I play around with. And I'll probably flirt around with maybe Robert Williams coming in for Grant at the starting. But I'll probably still stick with Al Horford staying on Draymond because Robert Williams isn't he's a great defender, but his IQ sometimes is questionable. He jumps a lot of times at shots, and I'm just like, wow, bro, you're not getting that at all. Like, I get you a shot blocker, but that's just not something you're gonna get at all. But he recovers well sometimes, but I'd rather have him be in a shot blocker position where Looney's back there, all right, you back there too. So if somebody get beat, we got you protecting the goal. So it'll be Smart on Curry, tag team between Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum on Klay and Wiggins. So it'll be alternating that. I have Horford on Green and Grant Williams on Looney to start out the game. And we'll just play the matchups from there, man. Like the real key for our defense will be like minimizing Klay and make sure he don't go like game 6 Klay and he just go on one of them tears because he ain't really go off for real except Game 5 last series. So we can keep that similar thing, don't let him get too hot, and we just keep that temperamented, we can do well and maximizing the minutes when Steph is not on the court. If we can take advantage of those minutes, we looking really good. So if we got a 12-point lead when he subs out, try to push that into 20 when he by the time he comes back in. So because they struggle a lot when he's not on the floor. And mess around Draymond a little bit. Make sure Draymond don't feel comfortable and he can stay, not as impactful as he usually is. So maximizing the Steph Curry minutes when he's off the floor, minimizing Clay, and make Draymond not be all-star Draymond, just like an average point guard Draymond. Gotcha. And that's no easy feat. I ain't trying to say like that's an easy thing to do, but that's pretty much the game plan. And depending on what Gary Payton Jr. can do, they say he's supposed to be coming back for the finals. We'll see how true that is, but it's really going to come down to maximizing the non-Steph Curry minutes and keeping Clay to be like where he's been at, just average, so to speak. So that's the real keys for our defense, man.
Yeah, you're wrong. That's a solid plan, honestly. I mean, clearly there's going to be adjustments made throughout the game, but like to start out, that's a solid plan, definitely. So my mind was thinking more along the lines of I'm going to put, if I'm coaching, beginning of the game, I have kind of like a first half and like a second half or like third quarter plan. Like a wrinkle we'll throw in. So start out the game, I want Jaylen Brown on Steph Curry. And I'm telling him to press up, make him drive. You strong, you physical, press up on him, make him run off the line, no dance threes, basically. So I'm telling Jaylen Brown to step up. I'm putting Marcus Smart on Klay Thompson. I'm saying, Marcus, don't leave him. Everywhere he go off these down screens, all that, chase him. Like, make it hard for Klay. Basically, boxing one Klay in a way. Like, don't help, nothing. Don't sag off. And I want you to chase him off over every off-ball screen. And then that also makes it easy because if him and Steph Curry do a handoff or anything like that, they want to switch, they can. I'm good with that. But I know a lot of times they set off balls and stuff for Klay. Same thing for Steph too, but they set a lot of off balls for Klay when Steph has the ball and Draymond has the ball. So I'm telling Marcus Smart, deny him basically. Chase him over all screen, don't give him no space. And then, Jason Tatum on Andrew Wiggins. I'm starting Grant Williams, but I'm starting Grant on Looney, same way you said. Box him out, be physical, be big, don't let him have nothing easy. And then Horford on Draymond, I think Horford will do better in that high post area, moving his feet, being smart. And also because I feel like Horford, if and when Horford switches off on a smaller guard or whatever, I like him to hold his ground better than Grant Williams to sit down and guard. And then, I would not want them to switch on a on-ball screen. I would like them like hard head so I can keep who I want guarding on that person. I believe they can switch 1 through 5 most times, but I don't want to take that chance with Steph Curry or like I don't want to mess around and let Steph get a screen and then Horford switch off on him. Then he pass the ball and run Al Horford out the way, and then the lane be open. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer them to hard heads, but we'll know we don't know how they're gonna guard screens right now at this point. So then the second half, the wrinkle out the wind, put Marcus Smart on Steph Curry. When the third quarter start, first out of halftime, Marcus Smart on Steph Curry, pick him up 94 feet. 94. Make him walk the ball up the floor. We not running. I don't care if we miss and they got the rebound. Find Steph right there. Pick him up. Don't let them do nothing. Like if Looney get the rebound, make him get the ball to Draymond and bring it up. Like Steph gonna have to like work for everything. I want him to be tired when the fourth quarter come around. And then when Jordan Poole comes in the game and stuff, it's gonna be a little harder to match up. I feel like, but if push comes to shove, I still can keep JT on Poole or whatever, and like might put in White. I might put in White and go small if I have to. I prefer not to have to do that. Yeah, I would prefer not to have to do that, or maybe even Tice, because Tice is kind of a smaller big, but I don't know. Depends on how JT and Jaylen Brown are really hooping at the time. If I got to go small, because I don't want to go small if I can help it. Really, I want to keep my size in the game. But like I said, though, third quarter start, I want Smart picking up Steph 94 feet. Don't let him breathe. Move Jaylen Brown and Klay Thompson. And I really want to avoid that third quarter spark that they get every game. You know, we talk about this a lot, say that a lot when we was on live and things like that. Like that third quarter is when the game like really starts for them. I'm making sure it don't start. Like at least if it do start, it won't be because of Steph. So Smart pick them up 94 feet. We hard hedging. Don't let them come off no off ball screen and get downhill or get a switch that he like. I want them to force him to one side of the flow and Marcus Smart keep him the whole time. Because at the end of the day, I'm living with Draymond on the roll, and then Grant Williams and Hilt or Robert Williams, whoever's there. Like I'm living with that. So that's my game plan. And then in the fourth quarter, you know, push comes to shove. If Marcus Smart ain't exhausted or whoever, like not exhausted, I'm still trying to pick up Steph 94 feet if it's working. But if not, then, you know, might have to go back to the original plan at the beginning. But I just want to make sure that third quarter spark that they get every game is non-existent. If they're playing me, like I'm saying it at the half too. Hey, don't let these boys come out here in the third quarter and think they got the game. Like do not do that to us right now. We came too far to be getting blew out in one quarter, or to, you know, like, or to have we have a 12-point lead to have. Hey man, we played too good so far to come out here and let these boys turn the whole game around in one quarter. Yeah. So Smart pick him up. We not letting it happen. That's my whole mindset.
Yeah, I like your backcourt matchups better. So I like what you said about having Smart on Klay. Because honestly, man, like my thing about us is like I'm kind of glad Jaylen Brown gets recognition now, because he slept on for a long time as being like one of the ones. Like he's special too. Like folks didn't know how special he was, but he's starting to get more respect. So I like that. But I would kind of like I'll switch between them two just to see whoever got this game. Like you starting off the game hot, because we had I think 2 games last series where he was like a dog. He came out and he was killing. And as soon as he fell off, Jason Tatum was like, "Oh, you ain't got no more? All right, bro, give me the baton. I'll pick it up. We'll finish the game." Exactly what happened. So it really depends on who got it, to where who's feeling what, to where Tatum, you ain't got it. All right, you guarding Klay, Jaylen Brown, you guard Wiggins, so we can preserve you on offense. Or JT, you got it. All right, Brown, you step up and guard that matchup. But I like you starting off with Brown on Curry and kind of preserving Smart somewhat, because Klay will still run around and everything. But I like that matchup, man. But I feel like this series you're going to see Derek White a lot more. I'd much rather have him be the 94 feet guy, preserve Smart a little bit for the second half. So when that does happen, he burns out more on that end. Or the second half, you probably see Pritchard come in and do that a lot more. I believe you'll see him a lot more than you did last few series. So Pritchard probably come in and play that little 94 feet game. Derek White come in and play that role 94 feet, especially on probably when Poole comes in the game. We'll probably go small to an extent and switch those matchups. But I really like our chances against the starting five, at least. My concern is when Poole comes in the game, how are we going to respond? What would the matchups be? I think that'll probably be when Derek White and Pritchard come in to defensively offset what Poole can do. So that's going to be a tough matchup, man. Like, that's probably going to be the side to watch is our defense versus their offense. Boy, our offense, man, we be offense be something else sometimes, bro. Like, the only I had 2 things. One game being unbiased. There were 2 games that every game he beat us by, we had ridiculous amount of turnovers. Like one game we had 24 turnovers. No chance you're gonna start to win a game like that. That's like Oladipo was going crazy that game. But if you watch the game, some of the turnovers we had were just dumb. Like, why would you do that? So that's what I'm
It do
feeling,
be
bro. But
bad.
the good thing is the Warriors will turn around and have some stupid turnovers too. So it's really going to be a matchup of turnovers. Whoever can minimize and make the least dumb turnovers, I'm pretty sure you're going to win that game. Because the only reason the Warriors offset that because they have such a ridiculous amount of offense they can get from Steph Curry, Clay, and Poole just like that. So they might have 5 dumb turnovers in a row, and then they turn around and have 5 straight threes to offset those turnovers they just had. So we can minimize our turnovers. We have a really good chance of winning these finals. I'm not even being like biased right here. Like, if you go back and look at the stats, bro, we lost a turnover battle every game we had, every loss that we had. So all 3 losses we had, we lost a turnover battle easy. Yeah, it's going hard for you to win 24 turnovers. Like, it's hard. So um, there was 1 or 2 games that we had against the Heat that we lost that we should have won if you look at turnover battle. So we can control our turnovers on offense, and the other point is Smart. If Smart can figure out his balance of good and bad, Marcus Smart, that'll be a big key too. Because boy, I have a love-hate relationship with Marcus Smart. Oh my goodness, man, it's
Man,
oof,
I honestly thought Marcus Smart was on the Pat Bev route. Like, I thought he was gonna go the way of Pat Bev. Like, he's just a scrappy guard, come in, play defense, talk track, get under people's skin. But he then became a lot more solid over the years. And I like to be real, but
yeah,
I feel you though.
yeah, it's because he has stretches where it's like, yo, you are a legit guard. Like you are one of them ones. Like you special. You're not one of them ones, but you like one of them ones. You a great solid. You were a star at your role. That's what I say. You're a star at your role. You one of those players. And it's like, I really respect you. You worth all the money, all that stuff. I can't say nothing about Marcus Smart. Next play.
Boy, man, not to get off topic, but I remember there was one game, like, he came down in transition and pulled a 3 and like air ball or like it was just like way off. And boy, first thing came to my mind, I was like, boy, they paying you too much money. Boy, you done snapped the goddamn max contract and pulled this out your hat, boy. Cause that jump, cause he a defensive guy. He a defensive guy. I think he can
Yeah.
knock down an open 3. That's cool. I think, open, catch, swing, catch and shoot. Good. You feel me? Take all that you want to. But when he took that junk in transition and it was way off, I was like, boy. But no, I feel you 100%. But I'm glad, it paid off for y'all though. He not the Pat Bell that I thought he was gonna be. All respect to Pat Bell, whatever, is due to him. But he not that.
Yeah, because oh man, Marcus Smart. Boy, it come down the hill sometimes, man. Because there was what was it? Game 6 we lost against y'all when he had that. We had a chance.
Oh, B.
Boy, when I tell you,
B. Ooh, bad.
The first play, it was all right. I'm not mad about it. It was he called it. He saw opportunity. I ain't mad about it. It was just great defense by Drew. All right, cool. You got it. Whatever. I'm not gonna punish you for Drew's great defense because you could have made that. I'm not mad about that. Cool. Whatever. I ain't tripping. Drew's one of the ones. He's special on defense. Cool. Whatever. What made it 10 times, that first play 10 times worse was the play following it that he made. If he didn't have that second play, the first play would have been like, great defense, Drew Holiday. Everybody saw that. It's great defense. But combine those plays, make that first play so much worse.
Facts, because it's you both times.
It's you. Like, even if you say the first play didn't happen and it's just something, I don't know, just take away the first play. That play alone was terrible. You had Jaylen Brown right here, you could have skipped the 2. And you had Tatum on the other side, wide open. Like,
facts. Wide open.
Wide open.
And you need a 3.
You don't know how, boy, that game sent me. Bruh. I couldn't even, boy. I forgot who I saw, bro. I like, bro, trade him. Trade him right now. We can't be
Trade
playing in the
him.
playoffs, but trade him.
Get him out of here. I don't want to look at him. I'm
I
sick
was
of
so
looking
sick
at
of
it.
him. I was sick of
Boy,
him.
boy, when that happened, my assistant coach, me and my assistant coach be texting back and forth during most of the playoff games, but especially when the Bucks and the Celtics playing, because I'm a Giannis guy. He kind of a Jason Tatum guy. He really a LeBron guy, but he didn't kind of took the Jason Tatum recently. But so we'll be texting back and forth during the game. When that first play happened, first thing he said to me, Marcus Smart taking our last shot. Marcus Smart, and then the second thing he said, well, no, my fault. He texted me that, and right after that, it happened. Mm-hmm. The next day I saw him, he said, your two best players combined to give you 60 points. Marcus Smart makes 3 threes. You got to win that game. Mm-hmm. You got to win that game. And because of Marcus Smart, 2 plays in a row, they did not. And boy, I thought we was going to win the series from that play. Because of that.
I was hurt. I was like going into game 7. I think we talked about it a little bit. I was like, that might have been it, bro. I was so hurt, bro.
Come on. Like you said, your 2 best players gave you 60. Because it's a thing in basketball. Like, if a team give you their best punch, like, they played a great game today, and they still lost. Mm-hmm. That'll make you lose hope. Like, because when you got to play the team multiple times like that, like, and you take their best hit, because, basketball all about, can I take this hit and make a run back? Can I come back? Yep. And then in the NBA, they play 7-game series. So, like the Heat, like we saw with the Heat and the Celtics, you can get blew out in one game, come back the next game and blow them out. It's all about how you bounce back. You can't lose that. You can't lose hope in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Man, they just blew us out, bro. Like, if we're going to win the series, you can't lose hope. You can't have no doubt. Yeah. But when that play happened, it wasn't like they got blew out. They had played a great game up until that point. Yep. And like my coaches say, they played a great 46 minutes. But unfortunately, the game 48. Yep. And they sold it. That'll make you lose heart more than a blowout. Yep. You will lose hope faster losing a game you felt like you played good in. Like, if you felt like you played the best you could play, things was clicking, you made shots, game was going good, game plan worked, everything. If you lose that game, the next game you feel like, oh my God, like, are we gonna even be able to recreate that? Like, are we gonna play as well as we even did yesterday? We played great yesterday or 2 days ago and we lost. So it's what I thought that was it. I thought that was gonna break y'all back. I can't lie, but they bounced back, surprised me. And when y'all beat us, I knew y'all going to the finals. Like, when y'all did that. Yeah, because I think that we kind of talked about this earlier. A lot of credit goes to Udoka on that one, because that's a coaching job, bro. Like, for you, like, think about the psyche of Marcus Smart. I understand you a tough player and everything, but that hurt, bro. I'm one of the people that understand, like, those 2 plays didn't cost us the game. We had too many players before that got us to this point. I understand. But everybody takes them plays personally, bro. You have 2 plays back to back like that. That's your fault. Like, that's like great defense, Drew. Cool, but it falls on your lap regardless. The second one's 100% your fault. I don't care what you say. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I ain't trying to be like blame Marcus Smart, but accountability. Somebody has to take accountability, and it's your fault. You feel me? So that hurt, bro. Somebody Udoka got in his head, bro. You good? We going on to this game, whatever. JT, you balled out, whatever. Cool. On to this game. JB, same thing. You balled out, bro. But I don't care. Next game. His coaching job is amazing, because game 6 against the Heat, the thing that bothered me so much against that game is that we complaining so much, bro. Like, it gets to a point sometimes we're like, bro, just shut up and play basketball. Like, I get frustrated seeing that sometimes, man. Like, just hoop. Like, y'all sitting here complaining and stuff, and they ain't getting bad calls too, like, but they ain't complaining. That's why they up right now. So every time it's a little even, they get a little run going, it's because they're not complaining, they just hooping. We gotta sit, every call we ain't getting, all this extra stuff. Like, shut up and hoop, man. And then
he said something. I think it was halftime or third quarter, something like that. He said something. They shut up and start hooping. Oh, what a change, bro. We play better basketball when you start hooping. Like, so that's a lot of credit to him, man. And I just think that, this also credits like the run we had. Like, we beat KD, Kyrie, we beat Giannis, we just beat Jimmy, and now if we get a chance to beat Steph, Clay, and Draymond, it's one of them years, bro. It's a
It's
special
a
year.
special one.
Like, this is even, I won't say more impressive than the Raptors run, because this is a odd year. It's not one of them usual years that we have. It's a little bit of an odd year. And I'll say it's different in the Raptors. It's just different, man. It's almost similar to like Devin Booker's year when he went to the finals last year. So like his run that he has, like it's the maturation process of Book. And this was Jason Tatum and Brown's going through right now. So I think Tatum is on 24 and Brown's on 23. So we looking nice, man. But I don't care about the future, bro. We got to do what we can right now, man. So we can take care of this and handle this in 6 like I think we can against the Warriors. If not, we can handle it in 7. Looking pretty good, man. This is a nice little season run, bro. Like from how we switched up after around the All-Star break. I think January we start handling business. We got Derek White, made a few moves. So it's looking really good, man. The whole storybook that we're gonna have for this year, man. It's looking really good for us, but ain't over yet, bro. We gotta take care of business.
That's true, man. Gotta still take care of business, man. Like you said, it's a special year. They got a chance to do something very special. Like people say, all rings ain't created equal. Some rings have a little more value than others. And this could be one of them Dirk Nowitzki 2011 rings.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it feel like. Yeah.
Like that definitely got that kind of feel to it. Like, they really ain't supposed to be here. Like, this should not be, because I know everybody thought the same thing when Dallas was playing Miami in the first round. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, they finna get him up out of here. Like, Bron, finna go crazy. Who finna guard Bron? Who finna guard Wade? Not Dirk.
Yep.
But then they came out there, Dirk hoop, Tyson Chandler hoop, Jason Terry hoop, like it's like crazy. So it's got that kind of vibe to it, like, this team really is, like they good, but are they this good to be winning a championship, And then they playing against the Warriors, who would feel like they supposed to win. Same way we felt with Miami, like we felt like LeBron was supposed to win. Like they got this team, they supposed to win. But it just might not go that way. It's very possible. I definitely see them like pulling it off. Let me say that. So, with all that being said, man, it's time to lock in. So, so who you got, and then how many games? Let's go ahead and lock it in, so the people can come back and tell us how wrong or right we was after this come out.
All right, we're starting off game 1 in Golden State, so it's going 1-2 there, 1-2 back home. And then it's 1-1-1, I think, for the final. So it's first 2 at home, so 1-1. So game 5 will be Golden State, 6 will be in Boston, 7 be Golden State. So we got to win one at their place. That's going to be tough. Yeah, regardless, we're going to have to win at their place. Boston is 6.
Boston is
6. Yeah. I really respect Udoka, man. Like his coaching has been next level, bro. Like he's special. Like, and it just being his first year too, man. That's another thing you add to the storybook of this year. This is Udoka's first year. Just throw that in there too, man. But I got Boston 6. I feel like it's gonna be a special run. I like honestly, bro, the way the Heat series went, part of me just want to see good basketball. Like being unbiased and being objective, I just want to see good basketball.
Oh yeah.
6 or 7, I just really want to see good basketball. Like game 7 against the Heat was good basketball. My heart was pounding a little bit. I was a little nervous sometimes, especially when I know we were gonna blow that lead in the first half. I knew it was gonna happen. Like we just had to weather the storm, and we did that. That's what champions do. Like you weather the storm when stuff like that happens, and you figure out a way to win. I almost blew it a couple times, but we won. That's all that matters. So that showed me that we built a little bit different. You feel me? So they gave me some more confidence going into the series, and we defend Golden State pretty well. So I'm taking Boston in 6.
I mean, I respect it, bro. Definitely got the chance to do it. I would have to personally say Boston in 7. And I can tell you how I think the series is gonna go. Actually, I think it's gonna go back and forth, just like Boston and Miami did. I think Golden State wins game 1, and then I think Boston still won in game 2. Then I think Boston wins game 3, their first game at home, and then Golden State wins game 4 in Boston. Then I think they go to Boston for game 5. I mean Golden State for game 5, and they win that one. So then that'll put them up 3-2. And then I think Boston wins at home in game 6. And then I think Boston's still the last one in game 7 in Oracle. And I think not in Oracle, it's not called Oracle no more, I'm sorry. But
I think it's Chase.
I think
so.
Yeah, Chase Center now. So I think that's what it comes down to. Keep in mind now, nobody is beating Golden State at home this entire playoff run. Nobody. They won the first 2 games of every series they played, all 3 series that they played. They won the first 2 games at home. So I believe, let me preface this. Let me say this too. I believe if Boston can steal one of them first 2 games, they're going to win the series. Let me say it to you like that. And that's why I believe they're going to win in 7, because they got to win one of them first 2 games. If they don't, I don't believe they're going to beat Golden State. Because if they lose one of them 2 games, I mean, if they lose both of them first 2 games, now they got to win 3 in a row at some point. Or they got to win 2 and 2 in a row. I just don't see that happening. So I think that's why I think it's going to go back and forth so many times. And so that game 2 going to tell the tale, because I believe Golden State going to win game 1. They've been resting. Boston just came out playing 7 games, only going to have 3 days of rest. So I think Golden State come out game 1. Yeah, they got to travel to Golden State, got to go to California, all that good stuff. So I think Golden State takes game 1. But game 2 going to tell the tale for me. If Boston don't bounce back game 2 and win it and steal that home game, I feel like they probably lose the series. I ain't going to say what they lose it in, but if they don't steal one of the first 2, I think it's over for them. But if they steal game 2, they're going to win the series. And y'all can stamp it, screen record this, whatever you want to do. I said it. And I'm going to stand on that. And, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm right, I want y'all to make sure y'all heard it here first, Like, if they steal game 2, Boston win the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's why I was asking about after the first 4 games is at 1-1-1, because that's a big game changer. Because at some point, if you win, we're they have the home court advantage, so we have to win one at their place, right? So on a consideration, and then number 2, like you said, if we lose both games at their place, you have to figure out how to win back to back. Like the pressure's on you to need to win back to back. It's not a maybe. No, you got to, bro, because you can't afford to try to have your back against the wall against the Warriors like that. You don't want to play that when you're not as experienced and they got home court advantage and they got nuclear bombs like that. That's just too much to fight against. So, but we've proven to defy some odds and make some magic happen or nothing. So I think it's gonna be a good series, man. But yeah, I got Celtics in 6, you got Celtics in 7. So this is the last thing I want to get out quickly, man. What is an X factor? Not necessarily a player, but an overall X factor that we need to look out for the whole series.
X factor for me is the play of Al Horford and Robert Williams. Because, like I said earlier, their size is going to be a big difference maker. So, let me not even say Robert Williams and Al Horford. Let me say this. If the Celtics can cause the Warriors to play big, that'll be the X factor. Because they're bigger than the Warriors. But the Warriors are good at making people play small. Like they force you to try to play their game, and you're not gonna beat them at their game. They'll go small and have Steph, Poole, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond out there. And then now you're forced to be like, oh, do we leave Al Horford and Grant Williams in there? Grant Williams might have to guard Andrew Wiggins. Is that something we really want? Al Horford on Draymond Green, you know. So it caused some matchup issues. So then you end up usually going small, and they might throw Derek White in there or something like that. And then now they going small.
Yeah.
But it could also go the other way. It could be the Warriors threw in Poole and went 4 guards and Draymond, like I just said, and the Celtics might stick with Horford and Grant Williams or Horford and Robert Williams, most likely Grant Williams, and then JT, JB, and Marcus, and them guys can guard, so if they can guard the small ball lineup, that's the X factor. If the bigs and the guys they normally have in their lineup and their personnel, if they can guard in the small ball lineup, the Golden State's most likely gonna put out there at some point in time, that's the X factor. Because then that'll force Golden State to be like, oh man, like they guarding, like we might have to go big, and they're gonna kill them on the boards with that lineup in, killing them on the boards, probably gonna kill them in the paint and stuff like that. But if they're not guarding on the other end, it won't matter. So if they guard, then that's going to force Golden State to be like, all right, throw another big in there. Get Poole out of there. Get Clay out of there, whoever. Throw another big in there. We got to get big with them. So put Looney back in the game, whatever. And so that's the X factor. Can the bigs guard the guards? Or I guess is the thing I'm trying to say. Can the big lineup guard the small ball lineup? So that's the number one thing to look out for. And I'm trying to see what they're going to do. I'm interested to see that. No, that's the first thing I'm really looking for, especially in the fourth quarter, because that's usually how they go fourth quarter. That's like their death lineup. That's what I'm really looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what gives me so much confidence is because we have the flexibility on defense to go small, because let's say you want to go real small for it. That'll be Pritchard at the 1, Smart, Tatum, Brown. We can go throw Derek White in there. He's about 6'4", 6'5". Smart is like 6'3", 6'4". Tatum and Brown about 6'8", 6'9". Grant Williams, he's about 6'9", I think. Horford's about 6'10", and Tyson's about 6'10". So we can throw a pretty decent lineup out there. The only team that might have looked bigger than us was y'all. So we've been able to match up pretty well with everybody, and our small ball lineup is still big. It's just position-wise, we can go small, but size-wise, we would still be big. And Smart is like 6'3", but he's a big, solid, strong 6'3". We got Tatum and Brown at 6'8". So we can go small ball by position, but if you actually look at the physical people on the court, we'll still be bigger than the average team that you throw out there, which makes us that much more lethal on defense. Then on the other end of the floor, we're still bigger, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, we miss, okay, offensive rebound, go back up. So that's what gives me more confidence to say we can match up with the Warriors. So in my opinion, I said it earlier, the big X factor is our turnovers. If offensively we can take care of the ball and play solid and smart defense, no pun intended, we got a really good chance to beat the Warriors. And I'll throw another small one in there is Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown can step up and be a guy, like the guy for our team, and it's not just Tatum having to carry the load, and he like being consistent how he was kind of last series, we win that jump, bro. Like I don't see, because let's say okay, JT goes JT, right? You throw Clay on him. If Brown starts going crazy too, who you throwing on
him? Wiggins, maybe.
Okay, you put Wiggins on Luka. Luka still had 40.
But you talking about Jaylen Brown and Luka Doncic. Not saying Jaylen, no disrespect to Jaylen Brown, but Luka, top 5 player. But Jaylen Brown definitely got the capability of going crazy, though.
Yeah, so it's like at some point, I feel like Wiggins probably the number one perimeter defense guy because Clay ain't all the way back yet. So you probably throw Wiggins on JT and Clay probably guards Brown. But at some point, one of them boys gonna go stupid. That's just gonna happen. So Wiggins gonna guard that first matchup. But the other one going off too, do you trust Clay enough to hold up to guard that too? That's the question. So yeah, he can do it, but do you trust him long term if he's all the way back there to guard Brown or Tatum, whoever going off crazy? So that's something to look out for too. But the number one thing is turnovers, man. If we can take care of the ball, I feel very confident in winning this thing comfortably. I won't say no, I'm not gonna go blowout, but I feel comfortably like we can win this thing in 6. So that's the thing to look out for, man, is our turnovers on offense.
Yeah, those are definitely big things for y'all. Y'all do, like you said, the Heat series, the games y'all lost a lot of times was due to y'all turnovers, and there'd be a lot of bad turnovers. They'll be unforced. So that's that can definitely be one of the X factors of this game. And the Warriors are good for that. You turn the ball over, they're gonna make you pay. So that's a big thing. So, but that's it for me, man. Anything else you want to throw in there for the people?
If y'all want to sponsor and support me getting some more Celtics gear, that would be greatly appreciated.
Man, y'all lucky I ain't come out, but hey, I wish the Bucks could have won because I was ready. Hey, I had me plenty of Giannis gear I was finna break out here, but maybe next year. Thanks, Chris Middleton. Hey, Chris. We love you, Chris. Hey, I know you was hurt. I'm sorry. Just would have been nice to have. But man.
Oh man.
But anyway, that'll do it for another episode of the BeBall Jones podcast. Just a little finals preview for you guys before game 1. Y'all be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to comment down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know about our predictions. What are your predictions? Let us know who you think gonna win and why. And also, let us know. But don't just let us know if we wrong. Like, we right now. Let's get in the comments about us being right. Let's do that too. But anyway, man, be sure to follow Brian on all social medias at BeBall Jones. That's BeBall Jones on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on TikTok. So be sure to go like all that stuff up here. And then follow me on Instagram at on Twitter. I got too many. I told you I got too many handles. I need to get it. I wish I had me a BeBall Jones like this. But follow me on Twitter at NellyH34, and then at Nelson.Haskin on Instagram, and Miss Nelson Haskin on Facebook. And we like to keep the conversation going on over there, so be sure to follow us up over there. And then that'll do it, man. Be sure to follow the podcast on TikTok as well at BeBall Jones Podcast. We got a couple good clips on there, and you go on there, check those out, like those up, but it's awesome. But without further ado, man, that does it for another episode. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all for listening, and we out.